Alright, so I usually don't make videos about NBA 2K, but I wanted to test the water to see how people react to this. So this might be my only video ever about this. If not, maybe I'll make more. But I just wanted to react to the trailers and give you guys my opinions on things that they could add or they did add and things like that. So again, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm at 523 subs, which I'm very excited. I never thought I would hit 500 subs, you know? And I hit 500 and I went to 520 like this, and I was just like, wow. So if you guys can help me get to 600, maybe and maybe one day to 700, I would really appreciate it. That being said, let's just get started and watch, and let's react to this trailer just to check it out. It came out today, 5 hours ago. So yeah, let's check it out. Okay, starting off with, ooh, conflict. Are we gonna be able to fight in 2K? Ooh.
I am so sorry.
Oh,
You okay?
never
It's
mind.
all good, bro.
That's respect right there. Hey, sportsmanship. Oh, sportsmanship. Okay, I get it.
Nah. We went first last time.
We're not
Hopefuls.
here to win a championship.
Wait, what was the other guy?
Please.
Casuals
Nah.
and hopefuls.
We went
That's
first
that's
last
funny.
time.
I like
We're
it.
not here to win a championship. We're here to have fun.
I agree. Have fun.
You got this. Thanks.
That's the most. Hey. This is an S tier commercial already. This alone makes it an S tier. That's the most realistic commercial I've ever seen in my life. That ref looked at Austin Reeves and said, "You got this," while he was traveling on the floor. That's exactly what happens in the NBA. Absolutely. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for realism.
Fun.
Look at this. You got this.
You got this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This year's player of the year, everyone.
Here we go
Major
again.
Wilson is the
Both
best
teams running out the
NBA
clock to
player
secure the
ever.
time.
That would suck. Oh my goodness.
Finally.
All right, now let's get it. SJ is big. I didn't realize how big SJ was.
You gotta love this.
The players look pretty good though. Good animation. The ball over everything. Okay. That's more like a hype video. That's a good commercial. I will say this is an elite commercial. I think it's very important. And I think, and like when I was watching it, I realized like we don't watch sports because of sportsmanship. We respect sportsmanship, but we watch sports because it's competitive. And the comments, they're pretty. They like the comments. I mean, I think I agree the commercial's good, but it's not enough. Now, I didn't watch the official gameplay trailer when it first came out, so we're gonna react to that quote too as well. This one should tell us more about footage, and so we'll check this out. I mean, we'll stop when I notice something. Kind of quiet. The lighting looks the same. It's kind of it's exaggerated for the commercial though. The players look really good, or most of them at least. 9,000 new animations. That's hard. But pro play. Okay, so they're not real animations. Not like the ones you can control at all times. The dribbling looks smooth, but it always does. Every year, I promise you, every year, go back and watch the other trailers of 2K. They always show this, where a player's driving and his leg stop. And they always talk about precise stops and explosive launches. Man, this feels like a copy and paste from last year, brother. Am I watching 2K23 gameplay? What am I watching? Now, the animations look good. The sweat looks proper. That's a cool animation. That looks very realistic, actually. The ball looks very detailed. I don't know if that's new or maybe I just never paid attention. Ooh, that I like that because he didn't foul and he actually swiped properly. That is a big improvement, right? Especially because I play big, so I can tell you right now that's a huge improvement. And again, the ball looks really nice. And if it bounces up in this direction, then they're doing a good job with the way the ball reacts to body contact. Yep, absolutely. I gotta admit that looks really good. I like the shoes. That doesn't show much. The rhythm shooting, I don't know what that is, but might be good. Lifelike shot accuracy and authenticity, seamless dribble to shot controls. I think that's smart to like make it so you can dribble into a shot right away. Usually you can't do that in 2K, which is a problem. But if you do that, it will add a huge skill gap. So if they can successfully do that over the next couple years, bravo. But this is obviously the first year they're trying that. And so who knows how it's going to be. I like that the front row stands up. DeMar looks really accurate. My goodness. LeBron with the lob. KD. DeMar again looks really accurate. Bronny. Yep. This was another hype montage. I mean, it did show us some stuff, obviously, but shout out to Asia. She's a beast. Also, if you're gonna buy it, I recommend you buy the Hall of Fame edition for the League Pass if you want the League Pass, or if you're gonna buy the League Pass either way. Just in terms of value, especially if you own it already, or if you own 2K24, you get it for 10% off, which I guess is a W. But that's just the gameplay that they showed. I want to talk about more about my players and what that could mean for my channel. For example, the My Career and My Player, they changed it completely. The My Players are no longer bums. Like, they're no longer role players. They added new badges, which is the legend status, which is great, and your player can really be good. I mean, this is an elite offensive player in every other 2K, but I mean, it's an elite offensive player in the world. If someone could do this with those attributes, they would be elite. And you have a little bit of defense, which shows us that you have some, like, I think there's going to be a lot of well-rounded players this year. Another thing that I want to talk about is they added the takeover system. I think that was huge. I think it's going to make the game feel fresh. One day you can try this, one day you can try that. You can make different builds. I think they added cap breakers, which like expands our ability to make builds, which can really change the game, especially if you're making a build. And here's where it gets tricky. Let's say the build caps out at 98 for the ball handle, but the last 4 attributes here weigh a lot on your attribute upgrades. So it goes from, let's say, 95 to 99 by getting it from 94 to 98, right? So instead of maxing it out, you leave it at 94 and you upgrade the rest, and you use your cap breakers to get it to 98 or 93, whatever. I think it's 5 that you can cap on an attribute, which I think that expands builds so much, and like there's gonna be so much range with it, and it's gonna be kind of the only thing. And I'll talk about VC and the money and what I'm thinking they're planning, which might actually benefit us in terms of better quality gameplay, and I'll get to that in a bit. But before I do, another thing they added was the badges. I think that's great. They minimized the badges, which makes a lot of sense. There's no reason there should be 80 badges. Just want to point that out. Again, the cap breakers, good adding. The My Career, they're making My Career more enticing. What they need to do is bring back cutscenes. I think that's smart. Get rid of the city. Stop making us run around like idiots. I think that's important. And doing the dynasty stuff where you have to win championships to pass the Jordan era. Now, I technically think the Bill Russell Celtics should be number 1, but it's 2K, so they're obviously going to put Michael Jordan. Besides that, I want to talk about the actual gameplay. Well, actually, I'll say that for last. But next is my NBA and GM. This one I'm more excited about, almost more than anything, because I think that this would be a good spot for me to make videos in, based on the content that I make on YouTube. I feel like it would be a great way to talk about basketball and to keep it on a logical level where I'm able to share, like, hey, this is my opinion. This is why I would take this player because he does this better, or he's better in the post, or when he posts up, and things like that. I could use it for many things. I can do what-if situations, like what if Kareem and Bill Russell swapped eras, even though they played against each other, but those 10 years is a huge difference. What if Wilt played in the 2000s and the 90s and Shaq played in the 60s? I could do a lot of that stuff, and I feel like that would be good for my YouTube channel, because then I could talk about those things in my own personal opinion while showing you what the game thinks. I feel like that's amazing. If you guys would think that's a good idea, let me know. One day, if I have enough like subs and I get to meet some other people that make content similar to mine, then we can do things together. I feel like that'd be dope. But my GM, my NBA, absolutely A tier, S tier, has been the best game mode in 2K for years now. Absolutely. Now, the other one I want to talk about is my team, which I used to play a lot, and I did make videos on it because it's cool. You can add random players. I can make Wilt, Kareem, my center and power forward. I can make Shaq, my center, or I could make Jordan. I could do like crazy teams and things like that. I think that's cool, but they added the auction house. I think that's a W. They added new game modes. They're trying to get people to play together, which is good, right? They should really do proximity chat. That would be one of the things I would add if I was 2K. They added the breakout game modes. And I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of this stuff is W's. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna skip over this and then go straight to the gameplay and then give you my opinions on what they should add and the things that they could do that would make this game perfect and elite. Alright, so I was gonna show you guys the last thing about the gameplay. And this is something that they added, and I'm happy that they did. Funniest thing, this might be the biggest improvement. They adjusted the player sizes compared to the court. So now we're going to have more space on the court, which I think is just incredible. I think that's going to benefit centers and guards. It's going to benefit gameplay in 2K. It's going to allow, I think it's probably going to promote multitude of gameplay. I'm be honest, I think 2K is now focusing on making better games and better gameplay for a reason, and I'll tell you guys in a second. But before I do, I gotta point out the difficulty shots, their shot timing profiles. I think that's genius, adding more stuff. The rhythm shooting, I think, is smart. If people master this, they're gonna really like it, especially like shot creators, or if someone wants to make a Kobe type of build, they're gonna love it. Their improvement in the AI is good. Oh, that's cool. Players, that's actually huge, to save and share their playbooks. That's awesome. And then they added the new tutorial thing, which helps players get better, which is not a bad thing at all. But one of the reasons I think this year's going to be good is because 2K, I think, sees money in more things. So, in other words, like the reason the My Player Builder is so intriguing now is because in their mind, hey, if we do these cap breakers and we allow players to create these limitless builds that are super elite and everything, but if you just adjusted it just a little bit, you can be even better, right? Then more people are going to be more likely to make multiple builds, right? And so I think that's something that they're going to do. I think the reason they brought back the auction house is partly because a lot of people hated it, but that it wasn't there, but also that they think they can control the MT and make money out of it. And so there's a lot of things that I feel 2K is doing, and it has to do with VC, and where they're going to be able to sell VC, but the gameplay's going to be good. And I think that's a good compromise. You know, they are a business, and all they care about is profits, which is understandable. And we care about quality games, which is also understandable. So if there's a proper compromise, I think that is a valid thing to look for. And so that being said, I mean, you know, I think that's the end of the video. God bless you. Jesus loves you. He wants you to believe in him. He wants a relationship with you. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more of this stuff, or maybe I should just not do this anymore. Okay? Thank you very much. Goodbye.